Hola bafethu, Mk Maradona lantse ba kere bafethu, local soccer 101 bafethu, the channel is there for the local soccer stuff bafethu in those communities bafethu. We are back with another episode bafethu. You know how it is bafethu. This podcast channel is brought to you by From the Street Podcast Network bafethu. And yes, we are here for only soccer. Namakwaland as far as the other regions. That's here in the Northern Cape bafethu. Let's talk football bafethu. Let's talk football. Today on the agenda, Bafetu, we are going to try to see how far we've stretched the issue with the dispute that goes around the Safa Namakwa elects that are simply not doing what they are supposed to be doing. What is that? Let's dive into it. So there were two issues that comes out after, late after the results of the games that was accumulated in the league. Now, we are diving into the kangnas regional disputes, DC cases, disciplinary cases that have been, I don't want to say neglected, but that has been dealt with in a manner that really doesn't make sense to supporters and to managers of the clubs. But I looked into the matters. I tried to understand what really made the Safa Namakwa people to decide with the judgment that they have come up with. Now, guys, if we have to stretch this thing a little bit, if we have to dive deeper into this thing a little bit, Bafetu, Safa Namakwa elects a day to serve the teams, which is in the Kangnas Regional League and which is in the ABC Motsepe. Now, it's imperative that we understand that these people, they are not just there to serve, but they are also there to make sure they regulate the whole the whole uh, 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 the whole outcomes of the league and the teams that's playing within those leagues. Now, every one of us will say we need them to be fair. We need them to be without bias. We need them to be without prejudice and deal with those things so that they can give an outlook that there was fairness, that there was fairness. But now, if things like this comes up and they don't make sense to an extent that every person that's logic in their mind can try to make up 1 plus 1 and then comes up with 2 and then they make up a story that doesn't suit them, then it's wrong. Then it's wrong. But you don't realize that you are the person who, or you are the organization that made people to think that way. Now, if we have to look into those two disputes, one was a game that comes out of the the first leg, and it was brought back into the second leg, and after the second leg finished. Now that was a dispute. People did not wanna people did wanna know, where does this results come from? Why did they took this outcome? I took to my life. I spoke about this thing. I went deeper into the situation, and I said it. I said it, guys, with high credit that we give the Safa people for them pushing the league to go forward, making things happen for the boys in the Namakwa and also in the other regions as the Kaima and the other regions that's going upwards. But we must address issues that really doesn't add up. We must address those issues. If we take a look into that game, if we look into the regulations, the law states as clear as possible that these cases, disciplinary cases, are supposed to take 1 to 2 weeks. Then there must be a judgment. Now, if you go back to what they are saying in that report that they took out, it says there seems like the referee took his time to come and give his time to give his part of the story. Now, I also go for I also wanted to touch the fact that they talking about people that is highly qualified in law. Now, I want to understand. I'm trying to understand that how come I want to know how come you wait so long for someone to come and say what really happened. Now, referees are, 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 are are required to give a match report after each and every after each and every game. Referees are supposed to give a match report. Now, those match reports are used, they are liable in terms of getting a judgment when there was a DC or disciplinary case laid upon either team. So the referee's report play a huge role. There are also other steps that needs to be taken into consideration by the Safa disciplinary committee to make sure that at the end of the day the judgment is fair to both parties. Now, with them claiming that the referee took long, with them taking a whole leg and and taking out the results at the end of the league only doesn't add up. Simply doesn't add up. Because a lot of people can now come up with their stories and say, but they are trying to push the league for some team. They're trying to give the league to other teams. You understand? So those things they spark conflict, unnecessary conflict. If you deal with a case as soon as possible, then other teams within the league they know what and how to prepare themselves going into the next game that they are going to face, or going into the next couple of games that they are going to play. So I say it again, I said it and I'm going to say it again, that Safa Namakwa needs to deal with issues within the duration of the law, and not on their own time. They must not do things on their own time, because the moment they do things on their own time, things like this are going to happen. And when teams are angry, when supporters are angry, you must know, you must take responsibility for it. You must take responsibility for it. You must not make people look as if they're stupid or they're saying things that's not there. The second dispute that was there, Boca and the OSK game. Boca and the OSK game, what really happened there to let them reschedule the game, only they will know, and only the two teams will know what really happened there. Even the two teams were not happy about the decision. But later on, they went forward and played the game. They played the game to an extent of which supporters also felt like, but now you are giving the game, and you are giving the league to OSK. So everyone, everyone is entitled to their opinion. Everyone is entitled to their opinion. Everyone has the right to say what they feel is wrong and what they feel is right. Our actions determines whether a person's opinion is wrong or opinion is right. Our actions. If we do the right thing, no one can come up with an opinion and say, but you did the wrong thing. No one can say come up with speculations, as they call it, speculations. No one can come up with the speculations if you have done the right thing. So I went deeper into the Boca and OSK thing. Yes, yes, it is that, guys. I only think I was, guys. I only thought that these things doesn't really happen in our local football, but the love of the game has been turned into the love of the game has been turned into a play thing. Teams play with it, everyone plays with it. The love of the game. And I must say, it's very shameful. It's very shameful to see things like this happen on on a level like this, where coaches need to be serious, where coaches need to think about the young future players that they have in their teams, where coaches need to embrace the game and learn this and teach these players that no amount of corruption will take you anywhere in life. But then the same coaches, the same management, the same people that's supposed to teach the young players, they are the ones who take bribes. They are the ones who take whatever amount of money to sell a game, to give a game away. It's very shameful, guys. It's very, very, very shameful to see things like this happen. Very, very shameful. So these two disputes, I think Safa Namakwa could have dealt very, very differently with these two disputes. Yes, the first dispute, the law states that if the referee did not pitch up, then the game must be played over by the choice of the two referees. But then the referee must be disciplined. That's what the law says. Will they discipline the referee? We don't know. We don't know. But the game is played over. The second game that was played, Boca and in OSK, officials of Safas were supposed to be there at that game, making sure everything is okay, making sure everything is fine. But they did not pitch up. Did not pitch. Why was that? Why was that? Someone will say he's sick. Someone will say no, he's about to go somewhere else. Someone will say no, there is more important things. But then it's evidently that you must be there at the game to oversee things. So why you don't do your duty? Why you don't do your duty? It's because you knew things like that are going to happen and you didn't want it to be part of it. Moving forward, guys. Moving forward. LFA. The LFA, guys. Yes, the big one. Matjieskloof Academy. Matjieskloof Academy. Guys, they've outdone themselves. They have outdone themselves. Credit must go to the management. Credit must go to the management for bringing the boys together. There's young boys, 2, 3 veterans in the team. But these young boys, they really kept their heads clear, focused, and they brought the title home for for the coach and for the whole management team that was behind them. And you could see this past weekend that they were happy. They celebrated the win. They celebrated the number one spot. They celebrated the efforts of the boys. All of them, they went out, had that celebration vibe, wearing their nice blanket t-shirts, nice, beautiful t-shirts. By the way, I would love to have such a t-shirt. I would love to have such a t-shirt. Just DM me the price if you are going to see this video. Whoever's going to see this video of Matjieskloof Academy, if you are going to see this video, please DM me the price. I want one of those t-shirts. So you could see, guys, they were happy. All the players were there. All the players were there. I must say, for me, Coach Boaks, coach of the season, coach of the season for me. Not because he took the lead, not because of that, but because of the effort he have put in, the effort he have put in. Now I've followed Coach Boaks for 2 seasons now. Last season I was also following them. You could see he was building. He was building, guys. He was building, and he tried to understand the players. He tried to bring the players together, to let the players build that that unstoppable combination. He knew what he was doing, Coach Boaks. And I must say, I think Father understood the assignment when he gave him the role. He understood the assignment because anyone could have taken that role, but he said Coach Boaks must take the role. And you could see, like I said, he was building the first season, and the second season he took the league. He took the league. Now we must give credit to the whole management team for supporting him. They went to the Easter tournament. They did exceptionally well. They did exceptionally well. These boys, you could see the hunger in their eyes. You could see the hunger in their eyes. Those young boys, you could see players like Coco coming forward, letting his experience talk for himself. You could see young boys like Ronaldinho scoring goals that surprised a lot of older players. You could see players like Zito. And guys, we must give Zito his flowers, guys. We must give Zito his flowers. Zito is one of the most brilliant defenders I come to understand, and to find out he can play in the midfield also. He's not really a defender. He's a versatile player, Zito. But the fact that he took responsibility and said he's gonna play behind, he's gonna help Zeno, and you could see him and Zeno, those two centre backs, they are solid. They are solid. So you could see, you could see that these two teams, you could see that these two players, they they came to an understanding. They came to an understanding. And like I always said, guys, if you don't have a defense, your team is useless. If you don't have a goalkeeper, your team is useless. And for me, annual slotting into the academy, the Matjieskloof Academy team was the icing on the cake. It was the icing on the cake, guys. It was definitely the icing on the cake. The fact that he brought that experience from Kakama Juventus, was there Kakama Juventus for a couple of weeks, tried with them, was under their wing, and unfortunately things didn't work out, but he came back, went into the academy, and I must say, excellent move for his career. Excellent move for his career. Not going back to Benfica was an excellent move for his career. So, Matjieskloof Academy, those boys, they deserve whatever is coming for them. They are going to go play the playoffs. We hope them nothing but the best. We hope the boys are locked in. We hope the boys are stable in mentally stable. We hope the boys are ready to fight once again for the coach so that they can go play the Kangnas Regional League. But that you'll have to wait and see if the boys can break through, because there are teams that is willing to go into the ABC Motsepe League. Clinkers from the Kaima, they are on top of their league. They clunk those boys, and they are forced to reckon. So will Matjieskloof Academy make it so far and to get into the Kangnas Regional League? It's only up to them. Now it's up to the boys to take the coach into the Kangnas Regional League. Moving on, Buffet 2, the Kangnas Regional League. Kangnas Regional League Stream A. We are going to share the results with you, and we are going to share the results of the log standings with you. Yes, we are going to share the log standings with you. We are going to share. Yes, we are going to show we are going to share the log standings with you, and we are going to share the yes, we are going to share the log standings with you of both Stream A and Stream B, and we are going to go move. Yes, we are going to share both Stream A and B's log standings with you. You can see. Yes, we are going to share log. Yes, we are going to share Stream A's. Yes, we are going to share Stream A and B's log standings with you. As you know, that Heroes is one of the winners, and also OSK is also one of the stream winners. But when we come back, we're gonna dive deeper into that one. See you right now. Boom! Perfect. We are back. So the Stream A champions are Heroes. Stream A champions are Heroes. I've said it. Long before Heroes could win the league, I said it. Heroes are going to take this league. They were smart. They were more focused. They knew what the risks are, and They just minimized the risks to win the league. So credit must go to Heroes management. Credit must go to Heroes management. They really did the job exceptionally well. Exceptionally well. They are the champions. Yes, Heroes is just 2 points. Sorry, 1 point. It's just 1 point above the Mighty Sparrows. The Mighty Sparrows and the young controllers who have been struggling to win the stream, who has been struggling to get into the ABC Motsepe League. Yet again this season they fail again. They fail again, and Heroes managed to top this one. Last season it was All Stars. This season it's Heroes. Very, very exceptionally well there by the Heroes team. Um, Moving on to Stream B. Stream B, as we can see, that OSK Eagles sitting on top there. They are sitting comfortable on top there with 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 31 points. They sitting comfortable on top there with 31 points, 20 goals, and you could see that AFC Leicester just managed to slip in under the skin of New Secrets. Now they are second, AFC Leicester, getting that work over judgment from yet again from Safa. They managed to get those three points and the 3 goals, taking New Secrets down to third position. A New Secrets team, I strongly believe that this league was theirs. A New Secrets team, I think, was really robbed of the stream, but unfortunately, things doesn't work out the way you want it to work out at the end. Because if they really won this league, I think New Secrets would have easily went into the ABC Motsepe League. They would have easily went to the playoffs and 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 that should and could have won and could have done and could have worked and could have won that and could have won the playoffs. So hard luck to the boys. Hope they come back next time, next season around, and then they come and rectify the mistakes so that next time they don't play against 15 people. They play only against 9 teams. If you get it, forget it. If you don't, get out of here. Let's move on. So, Bafetu, moving on to the ABC Motsepe. ABC Motsepe League is finished. NC Pros came to Kakama's Juventus house, played the draw, moved into position number one, stayed in position number one, went into the playoffs, played against Jaxa. They they clinched Jaxa, and they are now in the regional in the they are now in the national playoffs. So we wish them nothing but the best. We wish them nothing but the best. They they showed themselves, they've proved themselves, to the coach, to the management of NC Pros, NC professionals, that they really want to go into the foundation, and we can just say good luck to them. We can just wish them nothing but the best. That's all that we can do. But there's something I want us to really look at, guys. There is this poster that circulates. All right, this poster circulates the whole Facebook platform media. This whole Facebook media platform, and I've everywhere I've seen this post, I've asked one question: who curates the ABC Motsepe streams? If I'm saying, if I'm, what I mean about curating with what I'm saying is that who is coming up with accolades for the ABC streams in the ABC Motsepe in the Northern Cape. Who is doing that? I've asked the question. Nobody have answered me yet. Maybe they don't think it's necessary to answer me. Who are you? Local boy. What? Who are you? You understand? I mean that's how people see. That's how people see. You understand? But I think it's high time we change those things, guys. It's high time that people get robbed. It's high time that we have a voice and we say the thing that we say is wrong. High time, guys. It's high time. And my problem with this is that if you look into the accolades that has been given there, what really makes someone to say, yes, but this is is an actual fact. If this is done by someone who has his own entity, his own corporate or his own broadcasting channel or his own whatsoever. If this is done by someone like that, then I will understand. Because then he merely he merely used his resources to an extent that he he, he could get results from. So and then this cannot be as 100% concrete as everyone would see it. But if this comes from a Safa, then this is questionable. Then this is questionable. Then this is argumentative. Then this must really be talked about. Now, young player of the season. I don't know him. They say it's Junior Pampino. I don't know Junior Pampino. Never seen Junior Pampino play. You understand? Now he's from Gaza United. He's a player from Gaza United. Now, like that's what I'm saying. If I came up with something like this, then it would have been understandable because I would have had my resources only as limited as where I could go. But if someone else said that also then Kimberly or wherever they also did this and they did this, then I would have understand because our resources are limited. But if it was a Safa, then we want to see why you say Junior Pampir is a Gaza United. From Gaza United is the youngest player of the season. Why haven't you come and look at our youngest players? Do you know our young players? who plays in the ABC Motsepe League? Do you know how they are playing? Have you seen them playing? Who was the person you sent from Safa to come in and, 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 and look? Questions must be raised. Moving forward, MVP of the season. MVP of the season is Basi Faltain of NC Professionals. Basi Faltain of NC Professionals. It might be that Basi have a lot of goals, but then he's the goal scorer of the tournament, the goal scorer in the league. He's not MVP of the season because there is a lot of talented players. So it really needs a criteria for you to understand that how you came up with things like this, how you came up with such a decision. Moving on, goalkeeper of the season, Konjwa Sanele. Konjwa Sanele from NC Professionals. Again, again, if you look at Nathan, not Nathan, what is this? If you look at Ethan, why can't he be coach of why can't he be goalkeeper of the tournament? Why can't he be goalkeeper of the tournament? But I'm just trying to let you see that sometimes it's best if these things are not displayed on a level like this. Because yeah, there is no concrete evidence to say that players are really as good as what they say it is or they say they are. There is no really concrete evidence. You can take the league, you can take the goal score. If Basifal Day is the top goal scorer of the tournament, I will understand because the goals speak for himself. The goals speak for himself. He has more goals than all the other players. So why not he be the goal scorer of the tournament of the season? You understand? That's that's not something you have to think about. It's there. He has scored 10 goals. The other players have scored 9 goals. He's goal scorer of the tournament of the season. Why do I say tournament the whole time? He's goal scorer of the season. You understand that? And if Konjwa Sanele has the most clean sheets, he is the goalkeeper who has more clean sheets than all the other goalkeepers. But to say he's goalkeeper of the season, what really contributed to you saying that he is? Because there's an Ethan, there's an Ethan. So there's a lot of things that really needs to be looked at, guys, before you can come up with such decisions. The last one is coach of the season, Coach Lebu Mutibandwa of Kakama Juventus. Now, with this one, we will have to look at this thing very, very, very detailed. Great accolade for a great coach. Take nothing away from him getting this accolade. But we have to look into this thing as detailed as we can. Firstly, have we looked at the coach of Amalaus. His first season in the league, he performed the way he performed. How is that possible? Something you have to think. How do wire players' minds to be so focused to end up in a league as tough as this one, third place? How do you do that? How do you get them high up as this? Have you looked at the fact that Coach Lebo came to Kakama Juventus well in the middle, half I think in the quarter, or yeah, it was in the quarter of the season when he took over from Coach Mushweshwe. So Coach Mushweshwe, he he did part of the job that Coach Lebu just came and elevated upon. So it's difficult having those two scenarios. It's difficult to for me to sit here and say there's been justice. There's been justice to these accolades. It's gonna be unfair for me to not look at things that really stand out to make these accolades look nje. You understand? So there are a lot of things I said again. There's criteria to these things. You don't just do these things. You don't just do these things. There are criteria, and if you do these things, there must be criteria based follow. You put this emblem. You said based on these criteria, we've came up with this accolades to these specific players and coaches. Then we go to we go to the criteria, and we do our own research, we do our own numbers, and we come up with how you come up there. You understand? So we need fairness. We need fairness, Profit, at all times, because this level is a level where players can you break players and you make players. You understand? This such accolades are good, but are you fair with them? Are you fair with them? You understand? You know what I'm saying, guys. You know what I'm trying to say, guys. Because we've seen this thing in professional football, day in, day out. Media outlets, they are arguing: is Relemo Fukeng player of the season? Is Tebo Mokoena player of the season? Who is player of the season? Who? But there is a criteria that needs to be followed. You need to follow that criteria to distinguish between these two players, which one is actually the player of the season. Not not this. You must tell us. You must tell us. Mhm. You must tell us, Papitu. But anyway, Papitu, there you have it from your boy, Mk Maradona. Until Papitu Kelarata Papitu. See you on our next episode, Papitu. Pela pela. Tanto, man.